Hello, this is the course of data mining, and in this video I would like to explain how to use the Orange data mining tool. And in this tutorial I would like just to use the file, and if you already watched the previous video, we learned on how to see the data from the file. So the file contains a lot of data set, and one of the data set is the iris. So using this iris data set, we have like 4 attributes: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. And the categorical attribute is the iris, or the name of the flower. And using this data, we would like to know the exploratory data analysis. In this case, I would like to use one of the function here is the feature statistic. And now you need to connect between those two widgets. So first click on the file, and then you can click on the feature statistics. After those two are connected, then you can just double click on the feature statistics, and you can see the way the feature statistics show. In the categorical data, it shows the distribution. When we learn about the visualization, we learn about the bar chart and the histogram. So the bar chart represent the categorical value with respect to the frequency. So here we have the center is the iris setosa. This is center, and the dispersion is 1.1. So the dispersion here refers to the entropy value. So I have not explained yet about this one, but Orange data mining use the entropy value to show the dispersion. In regard to the other attribute like sepal length, so it shows this kind of distribution. So the blue color, the red color, and the green color, yeah, they refer to this one. And yeah, this sepal width, they have also the stack bar chart. Okay, so this stack bar chart shows the distribution among the continuous attribute. Okay, so this continuous attribute means the width from the lowest one until the highest one, and we can see that the red color is mostly in the middle, and the blue color is mostly in the lower part. Okay? And the green color is mostly in the higher part. Okay? So using this feature statistic, you can easily see the overview of the data. And yeah, this is the minimum 4.3, 4.7.9, and so on. And there is no missing value for those data. And I will skip some other function, and now I will just move to the visualize. And in the visualize data, we can see some visualization tools like box plot. We already learned about the box plot, so you can just connect this, and then you can see the box plot. Okay. Then in this case, you can see that the one box plot refers to the 5 measures in statistics. So we have the minimum, the Q1, the median, the Q3, and the maximum. And we can see also the mean, or the average, plus minus 0.35. So it is the standard deviation. And this is the Iris setosa flower. This is the Iris versicolor, and this is the Iris virginica. And you can see that this is the variation. The Iris setosa is the flower with the lower value of the sepal length. Actually, you can change this attribute. Let's say the sepal width. Yeah, it has different box plot, and the petal length, you can see that it distinguishes a lot. So the petal length can be one of the attributes to distinguish the flowers, and also the petal width. you can see that there is almost no intersection between the data in this range of values. Okay, so this is about the box plot, and referring to the 5 measures in the statistics, you can see also the distribution. Okay, so the distribution here is same with the histogram that we already learned. So the distribution here, we want to see how the continuous variables or the continuous attributes are distributed among the range. If we see here the sepal length, okay, so the sepal length, we have the minimum is like 4 point something, okay, and the maximum is 7 point something, and you can see here the pin. So we will later learn about the pin. So the pin means if we have the 2 pins, so the first pin is in the left and the second pin is on the right. So the first pin is the range of value between 4 point something until 6. Okay, so below 6 is the first pin, and after 6 is the right pin. And you can see there are like yeah, some data here. Oops. Oh, okay, I think I need to one more time. So yeah, there are some data, yeah, in this Iris setosa is 0, versicolor is 24, and virginica is 43. Then we can say something that the Iris setosa is more is having the lower value rather than the versicolor and virginica. And yeah, you can see also from the other attribute like sepal width, petal length, and petal width, and you can adjust the pin width. For example, if you want to make it as 1, then it means there will be like for every 1, okay, 1 there will be like 3 items here, 3 pins, and the first is, yeah, it is related with the Iris setosa. There are 50, and the petal width is less than 1. And then the second one is it is there are many data are with the virginica in the higher petal width, and for the mid petal width it is more with the versicolor. So yeah, based on this distribution, you know, and based on the attributes, we can take a look and we can see some of the overview. And you can see other kind of plot, for example, scatter plot. Okay. In the scatter plot, yeah, you can try to figure out between 2 attributes, and sepal length and sepal width. And for example, I want to adjust with the shape or the size. So I know that sepal length and sepal width, so I want to see from the size of petal length. Then you can see this is a kind of bubble chart. Okay, so the bubble chart shows the different size of the bubble if it is respective on the different attributes. Or if I want to check on the petal width, yeah, you can see also this bubble is bigger than the other compared to the blue one. Okay. And if I want to put the label, then yeah, you can just show all these things in this. Okay. But it's too complex to show everything. If you want to see the shape, yeah, different shape will represent different labels. And yeah, this is a color. Of course, if you want to see in the numerical basis, the color will be some on the ranges. Okay, you cannot fix the color in the each number, but it should be in the some range. Okay, this is about the scatter plot. And you can also see from the other kind of plot like the line plot. Okay, but I guess the line plot is not working well here. Yeah, is related with the sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width, but there is no temporal data, so it's pretty hard to understand this one. Okay. And of course there are many other kind of if you want to refer to this heat map, and I think this heat map is also not working well now, because this heat map actually is good for the some other data like this one. It's pretty hard to understand between those data in this heat map. Later, after you know some other visualization tool, and if you understand how this heat map works, and you may have some insight how to analyze your data. Okay, so I guess that's all for the introduction of the ORINs, especially with regard to the data visualization and exploratory data analysis. And I will come out with another video to discuss how to deal with ORINs in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this video.